Welcome to my channel, This is Nat Now. I am Natasha. I am 37 years old. I live in rural British Columbia, and I'm going to start with my reality that I feel like a failure more often than I would like to admit. When I was 20, I moved to Vancouver for a relationship, and I didn't know what I was doing. When I was 24, I finished school and I was single in Vancouver, and I didn't know how to survive on my own. So I moved home back to the woods in BC, and I started a job at a resort. And I did that for 6 years. I dated while I was working there, and I just made the assumption, looking back, that my life would just get figured out and that it would just be okay. I never had any idea what I wanted. I never found that person. And I even realized that I didn't really want my own kids. 2020, I took a layoff from that job. And a year later, I started making greeting cards, which I still do a little bit. 2 years ago, I went back into the workforce. All in this, I didn't have anything figured out in my life. In 2022, my parents and I took a trip to Scotland. I hadn't been there in 15 years since my uncle had passed away. I was 18 when he died. And I imagine that if he had not died, I probably would have gone to Scotland again. But within those 15 years after his passing, I never had the money. I never had the thought to save up. I was terrible with money. I have always been really awful with money and finances. This is something I struggle with. But 6 months after that trip, I realized that I could not stop thinking about Scotland. When we were there, everywhere we went, I just felt so happy. I loved the old buildings. I loved just everything. And not that I don't love Canada, but it was like a punch to the gut realizing just how happy that place made me feel. So that was summer of 2023. And since then, I still have not figured out my life in order to change it. Last September 2025, I started a series on Instagram called Reinventing Myself at 36 years old. And it's been an adventure. But I have now decided that I am going to stop that series and I am going to start doing more long form content because I really want to learn more things, more skills. I have been doing for over 200 days a video every single day. And I have done many different types of videos, but I have found in the last couple months that I'm not getting much out of them, but it doesn't mean that I don't want to be making videos. I enjoy this and I enjoy learning and I want to share my life in different ways and I want to change my life. But I don't think that I'm getting out of that series what I need anymore. And I don't think that I am giving to others what I want to be from that series. So I'm starting this. I am starting a YouTube channel and I'm really scared of it. Really, really afraid of this. But I have wanted to do this many times in the past, and this is the time that we are doing the thing. This is me. I live a pretty messy life. I live a pretty boring life. I live a life that I want to change. I want to move. I want to learn languages. I want to be creative. Coming to terms, though, I have told myself a lie that you maybe have told yourself for years, that I didn't make the right choices in my 20s, so now I'm stuck. And in many ways, I currently am stuck. I have made terrible financial choices, so I have a heck of a lot of debt. And with that debt, takes away all options for somebody that wants to move to another country. I can't do that with this debt. I can't travel with this debt. So I want to change all of those things, but it's going to take a lot of effort, a lot of time, depending, I guess, but effort for sure. I want to better my life, and I want to take whoever wants to come with me along on the journey. I don't know exactly what I'm going to be talking about, but we're going to do it together. We're going to figure things out together. We're going to try different things. We're going to craft. We're going to learn languages. My big goal is British Sign Language, and I would like to learn Spanish also. I know a little bit of each, a little bit, but I want those. And I did also add American Sign Language on last month. We'll see how that one goes. But considering, like, I want to be in Scotland, so British Sign Language just seems like a fantastic and useful thing to know. This is me. This is me. And I don't know who is going to see this. I don't know what you're going to think of me, my goals, my choices that I have made over the last couple decades. But this is where I am. I live at home right now, which I don't put down as a terrible thing for myself. At the same time, it does feel like I've let myself just kind of be safe here and not try to be better. And I have such a wonderful home base that it's so silly for me to not use that love and support that I have to be better and to actually get to the goals that I want. So come along if you're interested. This is only video one. It's only video one. There will be more. There will be changes. There will be days that nothing seems to go in the right direction. But that is life. Again, I'm Natasha, and this is my channel. This is Nat Now. And I think that name, which I have on social media already, but that name is a good reminder that this is me right now. And me right now, as I go, will evolve. Just like you can, just like you will. Let's do this thing. I'm so happy you're here.